So for this battle, Team ISG will be starting at the south side of the map. And while Team Wildcard up north.
What do you expect to see on mines?
Well, I'm pretty sure ISG uses two AMX 1390s to control the island. And now, what I'm excited to see is what will be the reaction of 5 heavy tanks. Saying 5 heavy tanks. How about you?
Well, yeah, like you say, they've got the T-32s. They've got to find a hull down position. They don't want to get into a classic brawl. Not with the 1390s, because those 1390s are quick.
They still pack a mean gun, and they'll do damage to the T-32 if they get in the rear. So, yeah, we don't really know, but I expect to see the guys from Wildcard probably try for the center, take the hill, take the mine, and try and hold from there.
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go. So, right now you guys are watching Team ISG. So, they have Elite as the 1390 partnered with his, brother. We can say brother because they have been playing for a long time now. Nikolai 69. And like what I said, so you can see they will try to control the island. So let's see what will happen.
Well, it's going to be interesting because Wildcard are pretty much thinking the same thing. They've sent both their AMX 5100s to the island. And if this camera was to switch, either way, they can see them there. Yeah, that's up there. They've got the LOL tractor rolling through, the like tractor of Jinx. So that's Freya also coming up to help out there in the IS-3. So they are heavily invested in the island.
Yep.
So if your guys come there, it's going to be a party.
And I think they are really expecting the 1390s to get that island. And if you will switch the map. Anyway, Jinx was down. It's actually a LOL tractor.
He's gone already.
He's gone. He's the T1 for Team Wildcard. And now, if you will look at our side or ISG side, you can see 2 medium tanks, 2 Pershings controlling the middle part of the map. So what they're trying to do is to spot enemies at D4, D5, and for their light tanks to move up.
Well, we have the luxury, if we were to switch, we can see that Wildcard, they're sitting the T-32s, they're in the center. So it's pretty much what we expected.
Yep.
We get the luxury of knowing where everyone is, and yeah, you got the Pershing versus the T-32 there in the center of the map. The curious one for me, ignoring the fact that the team is called the Wildcard, that Wildcard tank, the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, where is he located?
And switching the map to ISG, as you can see, Nikolai 69 already moved forward trying to spot the tanks of Wildcard. And now 3 heavy tanks are already spotted. I'm sure the Pershings will move, and like what we are seeing now, they're taking control.
They're taking
the
fire.
Middle part, but Sicha is already down to 34%.
Yeah, they're taking fire. That's great positioning and good fire. Good fire by the guys from Wildcard. Sure, they're down that 1 tank, but this is early days, and they're putting damage onto those tanks into the center. But if those guys hold that island, particularly in a Pershing with that great view range, you're going to know where everything is very quickly.
The problem is they don't have good shots. The tanks of Wildcard that is located in D1. So they need to get good shots. The 1390 right now of ISG, we can say it's kind of useless right now because he's not able to take shots to the heavy tanks. So this part of the game is up to these 2 Pershings. Let's see if they will be able to at least destroy or lessen the HP of Wildcard.
Well, they have hit Ngared, and Ngared has taken about 500 points worth of damage in the 5100. So he's being very cautious now and staying behind the rock. But he's probably still got his commander's hatch exposed. So that is not the ideal position to be hidden because his teammate there in Forbidden, he's got the better spot. But that rock is not big enough for both of them. So both teams in a little bit of a stalemate position now. But something has to change if we're going to see a result.
But we are seeing Griffs taking good shots at the heavy tanks. I think it's the AMX 5100. He's down to 47%, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
right?
5100. That is a 5100. So they do not want to lose that tank. They do not want to lose the firepower that they have available from that tank. But at 47%, less than 50% health, he probably needs to change his position. Though it looks like the T-32s have decided it is up to them. And it might be an iBite. iBite is decided to move up the hill, try and put a bit of pressure onto those Pershings, but I imagine if he crests this hill, the Waffenträger may come into
Let's
play.
not forget about Dead Skies. He's actually in a good position to support two flanks.
Yeah.
He can go left to support the AMX 1390s, or he can go up in the middle to support the Pershings.
That Waffenträger, he is just sitting there waiting for the T-32 to crest, and because of the up position he'll be in, where he's pointing his nose to the sky for a moment, he'll bring that 150mm PAC L295.
We can see
to full effect.
The team captain of Wildcard go down, and AMX 51 or Garrett, as they say, is down to 47%. What do you think? Are they in a good position right now?
Look, I think they're slowly being pressed. They started off in a good spot, but they were stagnant. They needed to move. You couldn't hold there. You need to continue to press your advantage. And they're not doing that, and they see themselves in a position now with 4 minutes 50 left to go. iBite is slowly climbing the center hill, but he's thinking better of taking Death Skies on.
Black Forest down.
Yeah, the T1.
Yep.
T1 down. That's the first loss for ISG.
Oh, and Garrett is down. He was Waffenträger.
Man,
he was shot down by the Waffenträger. And looking at my map, you can see Elite going around and taking a shot. Will he be able to take at least a shot to iBite? 2 shots not connecting. 3rd shot not penetrating at all. But we can see the action. Oh, there you go. 4th shot going in.
Frere is getting brave. He's decided it's up to him. If we switch over, he's decided I've got to get this Waffenträger out of position, but he's moved straight in front of the 1390, who's tracked him and gotten rid of him. Who fired the winning shot there?
Yep.
Would you believe it? It was the Waffenträger again.
Waffenträger. Anyway, we can see Griff's now pushing, but he was killed by a T-32. But again, we still have an AMX 1390 with 67%. I think he's still reloading. Elite is reloading. And Nikolai 69 with 100% is now taking position.
iBite is looking around the corner of the Waffenträger. He fancies his chances. As we've said, if he can stay hull down, and he's done it. Someone has done it. I don't believe it was iBite. In fact, it may have been forbidden out there.
So now it's getting exciting because it's a 3-on-3 situation.
3 all.
iBite, if you will switch the map to iBite from Wildcard, he's now taking the middle part, and he's down!
Gone.
And he's down.
The
It's a
1390.
3-2. 3 versus 2 situation. 1390, 2 1390s for Insidious Gaming, and a Pershing versus 1 AMX 5100 and a T-32. So this is going to be kind of a maneuverable setup versus a heavy setup.
And what's your damage like on those tanks there on the Insidious side, on ISG? How are they positioned at the moment?
Well, the 2 AMX 1390s are regrouping while the Pershing is doing a good backup. He's trying to get shots, and I think
Here we go.
they died.
Oh, he's
there you go.
the T-32.
There you go.
And
there you go.
Just like that, it's all over.
Yep.
We barely even got to call it. Those AMX 1390s used to full effect. Devastating play. And there we go. It's 1-0 to ISG.
That's a good team play. They just waited for the AMX 1390s to finish reloading, and they
all died at the same time. So
Yeah, and definitely they showed their reactions. As soon as anything changed on the field, they took it in, they analysed the information, and they reacted very quickly. Whereas I think maybe Wildcard, I'm not going to call it lack of experience, maybe lack of cohesion, but they didn't seem to necessarily be working as a team at all times. There seemed to be a couple of agendas there, and yeah, that sees ISG 1-0, 1 game closer to the final.
So our next map will be an interesting one because it will be a city map. It will be Ensk. So what are your predictions when it comes to Ensk? Let's start with Wildcard.
Look, we'll see what Wildcard are bringing to Ensk. If I was to look through their lineup, interesting. They've gone so far with the 250-100s again, 2 T-32s, the IS-3, T1, and a long tractor. I don't know. I perhaps ponder, no, hang on, they're going to change. No, they're staying with that lineup.
I wonder why we're not seeing another IS-3 in place of the T-32. What do you think of that? Would you go 2 T-32s on this map?
I would go. Actually, personally, I would go 3 IS3s and 2 AMX 5100s.
That's
but
what
who
I was
knows?
thinking.
Who knows? They have a plan with those T32s.
Yeah, I wonder whether you're going to be able to find the positions for the T32 to be effective as opposed to an IS3.
Well, the problem in T32s in this map is there's not much of a place where you can do haul downs.
Exactly. It's as simple as that, isn't
Yep.
it? Yeah. We're still seeing the tanks being selected for ISG.
And now I'm seeing a Waffen Traeger.
Yeah, Death's guys, he's in love like you're in love. Beef up the suspension because RP Ryan Cruz is back on the bandwagon. He faltered there for a moment, but he's back. He's solid. He loves it. He's going to go home and start grinding as soon as we walk out of here.
Yep. Oh, why am I saying yes? Why am I saying yes now?
You love it. You love it. You love that tank.
Well, actually, personally, I'm still at 50-50.
You're at 50-50?
Yeah.
He's in. He loves it. Absolutely loves it.
Okay. So, anyway, the battle will be on Ensk, and Wildcard will be starting up north, and ISG will be starting down south.
Do you have a preference when you play this map, whether you'd rather be north or south?
With my team PvP missionary, what I do is I play AMX 5100 all the time.
Yeah.
So we always do 3 IS3s and 2 AMX 5100s.
Yeah.
And I saw one of the Australian teams. I think it was a team from Panza. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yes, I am.
And what they do in this map is they use 3 AMX 5100s.
Yeah.
Plus 2 IS3s.
Sure.
So I think they're in for more damage, while our lineup is in for, more brawling.
Yeah. It's an interesting map too with those train lines in the center. Teams now starting to really exploit the long line of sight there. Guys are using binoculars equipped to tanks. Basically so they can sit at one end and shoot without even being seen. And we all know how much in the pub servers guys complain, the newer players, about someone shot me and I never saw them.
Yeah.
But now we're even seeing that happening in tournaments.
So we're just waiting for C Chai to pick his tank. I'll just go through you go for Wildcard's lineup.
Well, yeah, Wildcard, as we said, they've gone pretty standard. They've changed it a little from what they had earlier, but of course they may be reacting to the opposition, but they are going with, and this looks solid, 2 AMX 5100s, not a bad selection. T69, interesting. T32, the frontline brawler, the IS3, T1, and once again, there he is, Jinxie, rolling out in the like tractor.
Yeah. Anyway, don't be surprised because T69, all they do is spot the rails.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is after the nerf, and we all know T69 got a nerf.
It did?
It's kind of useless.
Yeah.
Why would you use a T69 if you can use an AMX 5100?
Yeah, it's a question that we're going to find out in a moment when we get rolling. I don't know perhaps why they've picked it. Maybe they never noticed the nerf.
All right, so we have ISG's lineup complete, so I'll go through it. We are seeing two 110s and a Waffen Traeger by Nikolai 69.
Two
Waffen Traegers, actually, and a Pershing. So their lineup, less armor, but more maneuverability.
Yes.
And more damage with those TDs.
We'll get to see the IS3 versus the 110 again.
And I think they're ready. I am ready. You are ready. Let's roll out.
Ensk.
Yeah.
It's an interesting map. You've only got that small bit of greenery, shall we call it, out there on the east side of the map. The rest of it is all peekaboo through the town. Though unlike, say, Himmelsdorf, you haven't got those long lines of sight unless you count the 1 line and the 5 line. Besides that, the buildings are very scattered and erratic there, with some channels through them where there's been 1 or 2 buildings knocked down. So it's a different kind of fight when you get in there. It's very easy to get caught with your pants down, so to speak, and have someone take you from the back. So it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this one. You would expect with that the heavies, the IS3,
the T32, the 69 perhaps, the Pershing and the 110s, they're going to get in amongst the buildings. But what are the 5100s going to do?
Well, personally, I play 5100s for PvP missionary. So what we usually do here is just wait behind.
Yeah.
So it's your goal to be a superhero here if you're an AMX 5100.
Shoot over the shoulder.
Yep. So
Pretty loud in your teammates' ear, but it's the
yeah.
way it works.
The problem is if you will not be able to kill someone, your teammates will go like, "What happened to you? What did you do?" So AMX 5100 is kind of pain. Pain indeed, you know.
If we switch to the side of Wildcard, and Garrett has gone out on his own at the front. I don't know.
Well, look at this. The 110s and the Waffentraggers are pushing. ISG is being so aggressive here, and let's see. There you go. Friar's down to 32%, and it's going to be dangerous for
Forbidden.
Wildcard.
Yeah,
Forbidden's down
Wildcard
30%.
have been hit hard.
He's burning. He's burning.
He's held at 5%, but he's still in the game. He has still got shots to fire, but we can effectively count him as a tank out of this if he goes in a corner fight with those guys, which is what's happening. Freya is in the IS-3. He's down to 467, 32%. And Garrett pushed forward, which is an interesting thing to do. As Forbidden puts a shot onto the 110.
And looking at...
Yeah, he's gone.
Yep, and looking at the ISG side, we can see Griff's doing a good flank here.
Yeah,
he was actually able to kill or destroy the AMX 5100, but he's being focused fire. However, the TDs are coming in and they destroyed an IS-3.
And then Garrett is still sitting down there trading shots with Death Skies. He's managed to kill Death Skies in the Waffentrager, but the shot comes straight back. I think it might have been the Pershing. That is Griff's again. Griff's with some aggressive flanking play, and he's really made the difference here.
Yeah. He is the key for this game. He destroyed 2 tanks, and that was a perfect flank. Now, the only question is, will they be able to get in time? But I don't think the cap will be a problem.
Ethereal in the T69. Well, he's got no support. But he has managed to get rid of one of the 110s. So, I don't know. Do you think this is GG, or is this yet to be finished? Is this in the balance?
This is still in the balance, and we will see who's the better team when it comes to team play. So you can see they are now trying to kill or destroy iBite. However, Nikolai is having problems because the T69 is behind him. I think he's going to go down. How? Oh, no.
No,
Ethereal is reloading.
Reload for Ethereal.
And I think iBite will be the one to go down.
Oh, wow. Ethereal had another shot.
One last shot.
Oh, no,
there you go.
Turned
he
around.
Was able to destroy.
He has driven straight by. He's going to take, it's Sichai. Oh, the shots. He's on fire.
He's on fire. Down to 14%
left. Oh, no. Yes, he's finished him.
However,
it is just Ethereal left. Ethereal on 14%. That's 181 points in the T69. And he is up against the Waffentrager and a Pershing. The Pershing of Grifts, is it? Who has got 4 kills. Yep. And he is angry, and he is coming to finish this off.
This is going to be ISG's game. They will be able to take it. I can say that the MVP for this game will be Grifts. He did a perfect flanking maneuver.
Yeah, he played that perfectly. He managed to hold out. He knew the job he had to do, and he did it to perfection.
Yep.
That sees ISG go to 2 games. Wildcard 0.
And I can say that's a perfect example of how to use a medium.
Yeah.
You know, he just waited for his for an opportunity to go behind those tanks. He didn't rush it. He waited until those tanks are like 32 or 40%, and he took them all.
Yeah.
He got 5 kills?
5 in the end. I think in Garrett, you can't lead the push in 5100.
Yeah.
So you imagine if he had been involved in that first encounter, that's another 6 hours, that's another 1800 DPS that he could have brought to bear into that encounter, and they could well have left that first fight in front. But he got ahead, he had no part in it except to hear the screams of his dying teammates, and yeah, it's all academic now. That's 2-0. Wildcard with a power of work to do at 2-0. Do you think they've got a chance of coming back here?
They still have.
They still have?
I believe in...
it's a mathematical chance.
And our next map is actually Ruinberg, so, you know, we can see a lot of new tactics from different teams, but again, Ruinberg is very unpredictable.
Yeah, you never really know. It's that the old life's like a box of chocolates, isn't it? if I don't completely destroy
What's
my
that
credibility.
movie again?
If I destroy my credibility, quoting Forrest Gump.
What's Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump.
Did it make me cry?
Didn't make you cry? Maybe a little bit. But I'm a big suit.
It made me cry.
Made you cry? They're going to make you cry if they remove those Waffenträgers from the list.
Yeah.
There's still one. Still one. Are you still in love? They weren't as good that round. Maybe one. I think two was perhaps a little bit of a rash selection.
Maybe before this game ends, I'll tell you if Brian or Waffenträger.
Yeah, you will. You know you will. Look, Death Skies, he's the captain of ISG, and in an earlier chat we had, he did say they want to try new things. 8.9 is here. Update 8.9, they want to try new things. They expect to see the opposition teams coming out with new strats, because everyone's fresh with that gear. And they know they have to stay fresh. They can't just roll out the same stuff. Guys like you for PvP, you think you know what ISG are all about.
Yep.
And so they've got to change, they have to adapt. Stuff must change, they've got to stay fresh. But most of all, they're aware that they need to see new teams coming in here in Singapore. And so, while they want to win, but I think they'll be full of support for the other teams that have taken them on here today. So they'll be happy to help those guys out and do what they can to see them improve.
Yeah.
Because they'd like nothing better than to see all Singaporean teams at the top.
And like what you say, ISG is one of the teams who wants to always try something new.
Yeah. They're adventurous.
During the season 1, if I'm not mistaken, we went up against them like 3 times.
Yeah.
And you know what's the result. So I will not tell the result because you all know they won when he ran.
Yeah.
2nd place.
Yeah.
So they're really a good team. We've been together during the WC 2012
Yeah.
and then in Thailand. So pretty much know them very well. But ISG is still the best Singapore. But again, we still have Wildcard in this game. This will be our 3rd game, and
They've fixed their lineup.
Yep.
Wildcard have got their lineup ready. They are going with 2 AMX 5100s. They've got that T69 there again, so yeah, okay, they've got something.
In mind, they got the IS3, but iBite has selected. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
IS6.
Yeah.
IS6. What do you put that down to? What's he thinking there?
Grinding credits? no,
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I think it's the gun. I'm
Yeah.
not really sure. This is actually, I haven't used it.
It's a premium tank, Russian Tier 8
It's a
premium.
tank. I know it grinds credit very well, but I'm not sure if it's good in 742 battles.
You know, they're trying new things. They've said they've got to try new things. They're keeping
Yeah.
the surprise. They are full of confidence. And even at 2-0 down, they are not out of here. The knockout blow has not been landed yet by ISG. That's what this game is all about. It's game 3. Have ISG finalized their selections?
We are still waiting for Grifts for the final tank. But right now, I'm seeing two Waffenträgers. So let's see if it will work in this
What's
map.
the plural of Waffenträger?
You go for it.
Waffenträgers? Waffenträgei? All I know is it's a lot of damage coming your way in a very short time. If you sit out in front of one of those bad boys. What else are they bringing to bear?
They have 110, 2 110s. I think they are one of the teams who love 110s.
They seem to.
We've seen them use 110 during the season 1.
Yeah.
And they are still using 110. So
Yeah.
probably that's something we can ask them later. Why is it 110 instead of IS3s?
Yeah. What are you up to, Grifts? What are you picking? We're waiting for Grifts, ISG Grifts. Do you think he'll go a medium again after his brilliant success there in the last map where he was the MVP as voted by you?
Yeah, and definitely an MVP.
RP's
So-
MVP.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. If he will be using another medium tank, we can see another good game from him.
Yeah.
But we are still waiting, so I'll probably ask them.
The word is going out. What are you going to be driving, Grifts?
Well, I think the exciting part now is if Grifts will use medium tank or heavy tank.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously good in the medium tank.
Yeah. Of course, for the viewers just joining us, this is semi-final number 2 of the World of Tanks Singapore National Series Finals. Grifts is in, and what has he selected?
He selected an IS3 instead of a 110. So
That is not a medium.
Yep. And let's see if he will still be the MVP for this game. Now, I'm sure they are ready. You are ready.
I'm ready.
am ready. Everyone is ready here. So let's roll out.
Ruinberg. We've seen it already once today. Half the map, city, half the map, wide open country with just a spattering of buildings up there on the far east side of the map.
Well, like what we talked about earlier, do you think the south side or Wildcard will be defensive?
With
I
that
don't know.
lineup.
It's hard to say with Wildcard.
Yep.
With that lineup, gee, I'd have to say they're probably going to push town. I think
Yep.
they're going to go town.
And that's what all of us are, looking for. A good
There we
battle.
go. We've started off. We've got Ngared. He's probably a little chastened from last map when he got a little ahead of the team, and the team paid the price. I'm not putting it all on him, but communication may have been a problem. Got a little excited, ran forward to the team, and they suffered because of it.
And
But
now
no-
on the ISG side, we are seeing all of their tiers. Tier 8 is actually pushing the city. So we can probably see the heavy tanks taking damage while the TDs are actually sniping from behind.
Well, it's a little different here on Wildcard's side of the fence. The IS-6, that'll be the T-32, they're rolling up that center line, but
Yep.
a fraction off to the right. Not exactly on the road. They're rolling maybe just to the right of the 6 line. They're in F6 at the moment, and they've got the 2 AMX-50s. They've gone wide. They've gone out into sniper positions. So I think the first things you're going to see, the first encounters you're going to see are ISG meeting the Scouts, the LOL Tractor and the T1.
And there you go.
And yeah, there it is.
Jinx is already spotted. But can we say that we saw this earlier? I think it's almost the same position as our game 1.
Apart from the tanks that have gone wide, the
Yep.
5100s are in a different position.
Yep.
But yeah, Swag, Golden Scarf, and Jinx, they have spotted them up, but we are yet to see any shots traded. We yet to see anyone take any damage. It is still 7 tanks all here in the second semi-final of the World of Tanks Singapore National Series Finals.
There you go. Jinx is about to go down. Oh, Elite missed it. Only Elite.
Jinx is trying to
Yeah.
hide,
Yeah.
but
And there you go.
there ain't
Jinx is
nowhere to
down.
hide when that 110 is hunting you, and
And I
he
think
is
we're
gone.
seeing a push. If you will see, or if you will switch the camera to ISG, we are seeing that they are trying to push this. They
Yeah,
are trying.
I'm not sure. I am not sure if Wildcard are ready for this. They
And-
do not seem to be aware of the positioning. Yeah, Frere and iBite, they're still looking out wide. They seem to have thought maybe perhaps the attack was going to come from the town that their 5100s was heading to, but no, it is coming from behind them. So there has to be a quick change of plans. But yeah, I think this is about to get ugly, and it is about to get ugly fast.
Yep.
Having
And-
the luxury of seeing your screen.
Yeah, and as I can see, the ISG tanks are not yet spotted. And there you go.
It
One
is
of-
on in the
yeah.
east, 5100s. And what are they fighting against out there? The 5100s are up against a single tank, the T1. And so they're being engaged by the T1, and of course that means they're not concentrating on the other tanks. There's a change of plans there though for Ngared. He has come back down to the main engagement where the 110 of Seachai is having a few shots at iBite and Freya, but yeah, as at the moment, it is still fairly quiet. Only the Tier 1 tanks of Wildcard have bit the dust.
Black Forest down.
it's a little
Good
quiet.
shot by Ethereal. And I'm sure Wildcard already knows that they need to defend. They already spotted like 2 or 3 tanks, if I'm not mistaken. And there you go. Another tank is spotted.
Forbidden was a little, he was keen to come and help, but he does not want to turn his back on that T1. Because as we've seen earlier, the AMX-50 is vulnerable even to that level 1 gun. So it's got to be a little bit careful. But no, they've gotten rid of him. So the
Knee-size
T1
down.
tanks on both sides. The Tier 1s are out, and this is a pure 5v5.
And as you can see on ISG's side, they are taking 2 different roads. You will see in the middle part of the map, Griffs is trying to lead the way. They will probably try to take down the IS-6. However, there's Ethereal trying to flank them. And
Yeah,
let's see if the Waffen Traggers will be useful, because Griffs is actually trying to scare away the IS-6.
Oh, there's a shot from Ethereal on one of the Waffentraggers. Ethereal, he thought about flanking the IS-3, but as soon as those bad boys came around the corner, he thought better of it. And there's return fire, and he's being tracked.
731.
Half damage.
Yep. Ethereal is down to 53%. Nice shot by Nikolai.
He's gone on the second shot.
And that's really painful.
That is bad news.
And now we are seeing Griffs. He's actually in a lot of danger right now. But we can see Elite coming from behind, and Frere's about to go down.
Elite, he tries a little ram,
Frere's
not having any part of it, but Frere, 9%.
Frere's down.
C-Try and Elite finish him off.
Wow, Griffs was actually able to hold how many tanks? 3 or 4?
Yeah.
And now they're pushing their way. I'm sure they'll probably focus fire on either in Garrett, or they'll try to take down Forbidden.
Well, in Garrett, if we switch to the wildcard side, he is putting hurt on C-Try, and he finishes him off.
Down.
And he's still 100%, and he now has the back of Elite.
And the Waffen Tracker
goes down.
Yeah, the Waffen Tracker.
This is not over.
Yep. Waffen Tracker was able to take Forbidden. However, the other Waffen Tracker, that guy still has 100% health.
Yeah. But that health can be gone very quickly. It's nothing to write home about.
But look at Griffs. Look at Griffs. He was able to stay alive and hold enemy tanks. Whew.
So we got an AMX 5100 from Wildcard, an AMX 5100 and an IS-6.
And there you go.
As he gets tracked. But they are taking on an IS-3 and 2 Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträgers. And the AMX 5100 of Engared. The Waffenträger takes him out. That's a beautiful shot.
Finally, Griffs is down.
And iBite is in trouble. GG. He is on fire. iBite is playing round and round the mulberry bush with the Waffenträgers.
And
but
there you go.
He is gone. That makes it a solid 3-0 to ISG. Clean sweep. And they go through to the final. The final versus Project Phantom.
Yep. And, you know,
I'll tell you, my MVP for today, or for this game, is Griffs.
Griffs.
Yeah.
You love Griffs.
Imagine
if you drove a Waffenträger.
Yeah, he was able to hold all, not say all, 3 or 4.
Yeah, he occupied them, did his job.
And another good team game from ISG.
Yeah. Pretty much Project Phantom versus ISG. Project Phantom went through 3-1 over their opposition, the Coalition. ISG go through 3-0 over Wildcard. Wildcard fought valiantly, but were found wanting in the face of the vast experience of ISG. Project Phantom, ISG. It's ISG in full effect. We'll wrap it up for now. We will be back with the final here in Singapore. World of Tanks, Singapore National Series Finals. This is the 3rd place playoff. Of course, it's between Wildcard and the Coalition. Both teams had an interesting route to get here. RP joining me here at the Command Center by Wargaming. Tell us a little bit about how they got to this match.
Well, Coalition lost against the Phantom.
Yeah.
And Wildcard lost against Insidious Gaming. So I think these two teams will give us good games as well.
Could give us a bit of excitement, both fairly evenly matched. The map is going to be Ruinberg. I don't see any reason why we should roll out. I'm ready.
Yep, I'm ready. So
let's roll out.
So whoever wins this game will take home 500 USD plus t-shirts and 21K gold.
Oh, I like it. Even for 3rd place. Not to be sneezed at.
So for this game, Team Coalition will start
north.
We're starting north.
Yep.
Coalition are north.
Wildcard will be playing down south.
Coalition are going with what they've seen to be fairly effective today when they had success. They're going with 3 110s, the AMX 5100s, 2 of them, and the T1s. About your side of things.
For Team Wildcard, they have 2 5100s, an IS-3, an IS-6, and a T-32, plus Lowell Tractor.
Yeah. I must say I've got a newfound respect for the 110. It has been used to great effect here today. We've seen it used very well. It's an interesting counterpoint to the IS-3.
And we are seeing that these teams are actually using the long gun.
Yeah.
Which means they are utilizing the fast reload time.
Yes.
So these teams are actually very good at it. So kudos to them.
We see the three. If we switch, we see the three 110s running as a pack.
And they're taking the city map, right? Or the city
They
side.
have. They're coming down that line between along the E3, and they have contact there, but I believe it is just one of the T1s.
And now,
One of the
actually,
tier
if you will
ones.
switch the camera, this is the second time Wildcard did this. They pushed the T-32 up that destroyed building to spot, and I'm not sure if it really works for them, but that's something that's it looks fun. It
Didn't work last time, did
Yep.
it? But they're in exactly the same positions. They're rolling their T1 into the city, trying to make that initial contact and find out where the enemy forces are, but yeah, it didn't really pay off last time. Maybe they've learned something from that. They may have chatted about something in the break. They may have learned something that they're able to refine and perfect and make it work. But
If I will be the team captain, and
Yeah.
they really want a tank up there, I'll probably put Pershing there. Do you agree? Instead of a T-32,
yep.
a Pershing?
a Pershing,
Yep.
use that view.
But again, respect to these guys because they might have a plan that we don't know.
Exactly. They're keen to try new things, was
Yep.
the way they put it. They want to be exciting most of all. But I think most of all, everyone likes to win. But they
And-
like to be exciting.
And when we say exciting, we are both sweating here because of, the matches they gave us. They showed us, right?
Yeah, well, it has been pretty exciting. And things have got very vigorous very quickly in both matches. But as we see at the moment, we only have the scouts making any great movements. The rest of the team are sitting fairly static. Elder Twin in the T1. He's just looking around. Although, there we go. I speak too soon as Swag Golden Scarf bites the dust in the city. So now the Wildcard know where their enemy forces are,
yeah.
and let's see if they change positioning accordingly.
They are actually able to spot Baby and Raymond. So they know that they have to go back now.
Coalition are on the move. Baby is rolling up the street. He is closing in on that position where we know Wildcard are hanging out. So there we go. We've got a corner fight about to start taking place. Fryer is there, taking hits down to 80%. That is about 300 and so damage done. And straight away around the corner as well is the IS-6. The IS-6 takes a hit. So that is both of those tanks have dropped below 80%.
And
Though, Baby's on fire.
And if you will look at it, the two AMX-5100s are too far to support this IS-3 and this IS-6. So there you go.
Yeah,
I was just about
eyebite's
to say
gone.
he's about to go down, and he was destroyed.
You can't support through those buildings.
Yep.
That's not a spot that you can snipe through. Not with it. But though I speak too soon as Dragon Twan goes down. And they're taking damage. Baby takes damage and Lorax takes damage.
Yeah.
We may speak too soon on this one.
The two
Lorax is gone.
AMX-5100s were able to get a good line of sight at those tanks, and they were able to destroy the two 110s.
They have heard what we were saying. They
Yep.
said, RP1, eat this. We can hit from wherever we want. And they have done it with impunity. As now Raymond finally shows up in the 5100 to provide a little bit of support, and they've moved the other 5100 into cap. Elastic Little Brother is in cap, and the clock is ticking. Though the clock is ticking at the other end as well, the base cap is on. Can someone get the reset that will change the face of this match?
So we can see Ethereal and Forbidden still has good health, 100%.
And Garrett's out there.
And Garrett. And Ethereal will be able to take like 2 to 3 shots here for his teammates to get in and destroy. They'll be able to destroy
There's a
Baby.
bounce.
Yeah.
Baby's bounced on Freya.
And I
That's
think
gonna
they're
be
focusing
critical.
fire on Elastic. Elastic is down to 39%, and he's down. He's down. Well,
Freya
Freya
goes down.
Goes down as well. So
It's head-to-head, Baby and Ethereal. The T-32 and the 110. The 110's got to pick his shot. He can't shoot from up close because he's never going to get through.
Yep.
And was that even a ram? It was a ram. Ethereal finishes,
Yeah.
Baby, with the ram. And suddenly the game looks a little more solid towards Wildcard.
I think Wildcard will get this game number 1. And there you go. Just one more T1. And
He is on the run. Elder Twin, go for the hills. He's heading to the city.
yeah.
Perhaps needs something from the store. All I know is that the other team, are they going to hunt him or are they going to cap?
They can
Wildcard have got it all to do just to cap.
They can actually just wait, but it's just a T1. Why not hunt it down?
Yeah, I want to go hunting. Everyone loves the taste of blood. And he is running. He is drawing this out. He is making myself an RP look for things to talk about.
Yep. But I think, do you still remember I told you that AMX 5100s of Team Coalition or Team Wildcard actually was kind of far?
Yeah.
It actually helped them.
It did.
It did help them, right?
It did. Yeah, well, we got our words shoved straight down our throats there. We were just saying that they'd made a bad choice, and they turned it around very quickly. They used those 5100s to full effect. Of course, the 5100 is such a beautiful tank. You and I both love it. There are guys who aren't convinced, but I think tournament play shows its effectiveness. That 6-round auto loader, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, but if you will look at it, they're the ones who saved the game.
Yeah.
And Garrett with 2 kills, Forbidden with 3 kills. So that's a perfect example of a superhero.
The proof is in the pudding. That 100mm SA-47.
Yeah.
Beautiful gun, a beautiful tank. And they're slowly ticking over the cap. 66. As Elder Twin, I don't know what he can do here. He's just going to drive around. I'd still go down and try and reset him just to be a nuisance, but it's all over. There it goes. 100 and the win. Hey, now he's shooting. And they got him right. Oh, that's poetry.
Yeah.
The win goes to Wildcard.
1-0. And our next map will be Mines. Coalition will be starting down south, and Wildcard will be starting up north. So let me set up the map. Any predictions this time? This is the second time that we will see one of the teams playing Mines. So any predictions?
Well, until that went south in that big fight, where everything sort of exploded on us, and it was not a progressive unfolding of the action. It all happened very quickly. Until that point, I thought personally the Coalition were looking good. I thought the Coalition perhaps had the measure of the Wildcard there, but Wildcard turned that one around. As we said, a couple of moves from the 5100s that caught us by surprise. We didn't think they were going to pull off those shots they did. And well, I think you'd be a brave man to predict this.
I don't know if it was this luck.
Yeah.
or they really intended to be there late, but it worked out.
It worked out.
So again, we are 1-0 with Wildcard taking the first game. Our next map will be Mines. And if everyone's ready, you are ready. I'm ready.
Not ready. They're still setting up.
Roll out.
They're still setting up.
Oops, sorry. We still
nearly rolled out prematurely.
Yeah.
Always dangerous.
What a long day.
Of course, this is the World of Tanks Singapore National Series Finals. This is the third place playoff. And everyone, I'll get it this time. Just sit back and relax there, my friend. Catch your breath. I'm ready. You're ready. Everyone's ready. Let's roll out. Mines. We saw a pretty exciting match last time we were here on Mines. A lot of to and fro across the small inlet there from the island. Didn't see any action go on over in the town.
And we are seeing Coalition doing the same, or using the same lineup that they have during the first round. They have 5 heavy tanks with 2 AMX 5100s, an IS-3, two T-32s, or Wildcard, I'm sorry. 2 T-32s, a Laurel Tractor, and a T1.
Yeah, the Coalition bringing to bear a 5100, a 1390. That's their autoloader contingent. Then they've gone for the IS-3 Brawler. They got the T-32. They got a Wheezy 132 and a pair of T1s. So, yeah, they've gone mobility, heavy mobility, but they have got that big T-32 who'll sit in the middle of the map somewhere and just look big and say, come on, shoot at me. And while you're shooting at him, his little teammates are going to bring their lovely guns, their autoloaders, to bear. The Wheezy, he'll scout around, try and find the targets as Jinx is spotted in the light tractor again.
And as we can see, Wildcard are doing the same thing, but this time Jinx goes down. You will be able to see they are trying to take control of the island with 3 heavy tanks. And same thing they did, they have 2 T-32s at C4.
We switch over, which we're already on screen. We've got Elder Twin. Elder Twin's running in the T32, and he has got the center, but he's a little cautious about coming up over the top. He knows that the enemy has 2 T32s, and it's more than likely they're somewhere around here. This is sort of the obvious spot. It's like a magnet for T32s, and there they are. They're coming up the center, just as I mentioned it. Ethereal and iBite, and yeah, we got a bit of hull down action going to be occurring here. But the guys over on the island, they are going to be the point that this match pivots on. They're the guys that are going to start shooting over if Elder Twin tries to take the mine. And they've been detected by Dragon.
But they took down Dragon as well. They destroyed Dragon, and they're already in E1, so they have control of the island.
They're going to start putting shots across onto Elder Twin any second, I expect. We've got Baby there as well, though, in the IS-3. And yeah, I don't know if he's going to be effective where he's shooting from. He's trying to get at the T-32s, but I'd consider a better thing to be doing at the moment would be finding a way to get rid of those 5100s as Ngared takes a shot. I'm not sure who made it. I think it may have been the 1390 or the Wheezy down there at the small promontory to the south of the island.
And if you will switch the camera to Wildcard, you will see this T-32's actually doing good against the IS-3. Baby is down to 36%. However, Elder Twin is doing a good job of trying to avoid the shots.
Yeah, he's still on 100%.
Yeah.
He's holding strong there, preventing their advance. What are those guys doing over there by the island? Wheezy is still shooting. Lorax, that is. Yep. Lorax driving the Wheezy. And he is just holding those guys back. The 5100s, if they were regular heavies, they'd probably have a go at pushing forward onto the AMX and the Wheezy. But when you're a 5100, you got to be a little more cautious. A regular heavy would have a go, but that 5100 really can't stand in the face of the little AMX 1390.
And I think the problem with what Wildcard is doing is their 5100s are becoming kind of useless in this position. They're just taking hits, and they're not able to fire back.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. They're taking fire whenever they move out to try and get into a firing position there as they moved out again.
Well, and Garrett, looking at him, he's already pushing. He is down to 59%.
He has gone for it, and he has gone for it hard. Look at them charging here. They come all three of them, Forbidden, Frere, and
This is a
Ngared.
good decision, because he's down to 6%.
Elastic is about to meet Ngared head on, 46-6. Only Elastic takes him out. Forbidden on 85, Frere on 88, and Lorax is here in support. I wonder if they've lost sight of Lorax. They may not know he's here. Now they know he's here. And he fires, but he's missed. Or was it a bounce?
They'll have a hard time chasing these 2 light tanks. And so you can see they are both above 80%. But if they will be able to catch Elastic, they can kill him with just 2 shots.
Elastic's kind of cornered himself up there. But as long as Wheezy, as long as Lorax, I correct myself, as long as Lorax is there stopping them chasing, he's got a chance. As Forbidden goes down to 46%, 28%. Frere is coming around, 11% for Elastic.
Forbidden is
Frere
down.
is running through. He's turned his back. Elastic is not in reload yet. Has he got another shot? He has, and Frere is down.
Are we seeing a suicide?
I don't know. That was very unusual. Now we only have the T-32 left, and the Coalition are going to come out with this win.
Yep.
It's going to take it to 1-all. They're going hunting Ethereal. Elder Twin's up there with him, not wanting to throw his tank away. But he could afford to be fairly aggressive here. But he knows his little teammates sneaking around the back. He can see them there. There's Elastic and Lorax just coming into screen for us. They will put paid to Ethereal.
He's down to 1 last shot. He's got 157 HP.
Yeah.
So
Here we go. Lorax is making the corner.
There's
the shot. And we go to 1-all.
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 And I think
very interesting.
And I think if you will summarize it, the only problem with Wildcard's positioning was the 3 heavy tanks was useless.
Yeah.
They're just sitting around there taking damage for no reason.
That's right.
Anyway, our next map will be Ants. And I'll set it up.
Heavy-centric map. Matt, when we expect to see, we haven't really seen much of anything we expect to see today, have we, RP?
Yeah.
We would expect to see on this map IS3s, 110s, of course, we're going to see 5100s. Neither of these teams have really been going with the Waffentrager. It's been the domain of the ISG teams.
Probably we'll see Waffentragers
In the finals. Yeah, in the final, definitely.
But again, I'm not still 100% with a wave.
It looks like there's our lineup, so hang on, iBite still yet to be firm on his tank.
Okay.
Apparently there was some friendly fire in that last map. I must admit I didn't catch it. Interesting if we can find out a little bit more about that. If iBite would inform us exactly what happened. Ethereal still to select his tank. They're fairly interesting lineups, considering it's Ensk. The guys from Coalition, they are rolling out with a 5100, a 1390, a Wheezy 132, an IS3, a T32.
And the pair of T1s. That's unusual for a town like Ensk.
That is.
Are they going to pay the price for those selections?
Probably. I don't see the use of a Wheezy in this
No,
map.
not here.
But
not
again,
here.
we shouldn't speak this early.
Yeah.
Because do you remember what happened to the late AMX 5100s?
Yes.
Probably it's just luck, but
Yes.
you know, it worked.
You think maybe we inspire them to prove us wrong?
Hope so.
Hope so. Hey, if it gets guys playing good tanks, that's what it's all about. Ethereal, what's going on there? He's selected, he's pulled in a T69. What's the full lineup there then for your side, for Wildcard here at Ensk?
For iBite, he's using T32, and they have two AMX 5100. They also have a T69, and now Fryer goes back to Garage. Let's wait for his tank. Let's start with Coalition. What's the lineup for your team?
Well, as we said, we're rolling out with a 5100. Oh, there we go. Sorry, we may cut myself short there as Freya rolls in the IS3. I think everyone's ready for this.
Yes, I am ready.
You
so
hit that big red button there, my friend, and let's roll
out.
Ants, bit of everything. Those long straight lines down the center of the map. The town on the west side and the open field on the east side. I'm really curious to see how Coalition used this selection of tanks on this map. A single IS3.
Yeah,
That
wait.
makes sense.
Elastic is saying something. He hasn't changed his tank yet. I think he's gonna use 5100. Okay, so we will replay this.
Oh, they didn't get a selection? I thought the guys seemed firm to me. I thought they'd got what they wanted, but they want to change.
Let's cut it.
Ready to go? You ready to go?
Yep.
Let's roll out.
Ensk. It's a map with a bit of everything for everyone. We got big green fields, we got the train tracks with those long line of sight shots for TDs, and over on the left, all the crazy remains of the city. A lot of choke points, a lot of places for ambushes.
And I think KB5 for
Coalition will be pushing.
That's an interesting selection.
Yeah.
We can expect to see him pushing. Will the 110s roll with him, or will they go off on their own? You think they'll be with him?
They will.
They will? So here they go. Let's try and get a look at the KV5 of Baby. No doubt about where he's going. Straight up the guts. Straight into the center of town. Flanked by the 110s. Of course, I would have thought the 110s would maybe let him take the front. Yeah, now they're thinking better of getting in front of him. They're letting him be in the van. They're letting him take the lead.
Yeah, and as we can see, Wildcard is actually trying to defend the C2 line, and they have 3 of their tanks inside those buildings, while the other one is supporting from B1. So this is actually a defensive position.
Baby in the KV5. He's had his first look. He didn't get any contact in what he expected to be an encounter. So he's just edging ever so slightly forward. But he does seem quite attached to that house. So if he's going to stay there, he's going to need his scout, which it's Elder Twin. Elder Twin has found the enemy. But he's found the wrong end. He's found the gun end, and he is gone in the T1.
Actually,
so the K5's moving.
Yep, iBite is waiting on B1, and he actually can cover the whole one line.
That's it. That's a big, long spot to try and run, isn't it? We were all falling prey to that shot. But
so
baby.
So right now, Team Wildcard is in a defensive position, while Team Coalition is actually trying to spot them.
Baby is rolling forwards, and he's got the 110s in support. But I wouldn't mind seeing the AMXs come up with him.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind seeing their DPS there for help when he does make the encounter of the enemy. But they're being very cautious.
Yeah.
Very cautious here, Coalition. The game score is at 1-1, and neither team wants to give away
There you go.
that second game.
Lee Rax is already spotted. A 110 is already spotted.
Oh, we've only just seen your guys there, though, on our side of the screen. So now they suspect they're maybe going to get flanked.
Yeah, but the Wildcard hasn't spotted all of the tanks, so they're still being cautious.
Yeah, we got the Rax has been seen, according to what you've told me, and there's a 110 there. But it would be a pretty fair bet if it was you or me that once we know that 110's there, the KV5 is somewhere around. But they're not worried about the KV5 from a damage perspective. They're more worried about him taking the damage. So they know where the 110 is, and that's the tank they want to kill.
And on our side, on Wildcard side, we can see the T32 switch position. He was actually inside or in B1 earlier, and now he's in C5, and he will be supporting the T69. I think they're trying to cover both flanks.
The 5100s, we switch over to the Coalition. The 5100s, they're just sitting back. They're not. If an encounter was to start, if there was a fight here around the corner of one of these two buildings, the 5100s aren't going to be involved. They're going to take a few seconds to get up and have a go. So, yeah, for my money, they need to change position, and it looks like that is exactly what they're doing now. Elastic Little Brother, ELB, he is starting to move from the back. But, look, I don't know what both teams are expecting to happen here, but nothing is going to happen if they just sit around like this.
And this is being too defensive. And probably both of the teams doesn't want to risk it. But you know, who will win if you will both wait and be defensive?
Fortune favors the brave. We've seen a couple of times these games have been broken wide open by teams making a decisive, aggressive move. And boy, if there was ever a game that needed that, it is this one right now. But instead, we've got them sitting around, know things out there in the T1, not really aggressively scouting.
And we on Wildcard side, we are seeing movements by the T1s, and they are trying to spot if they have plans to cap, and the T69 is already spotting the rail, so they probably have plans to cap now.
Very, very slow start. Almost 5 minutes gone. That's half of the match gone, and we are yet to see any of the heavies really trade shots.
Swag and Jinx is already trying to get down south, and you know, probably they're trying to spot so that hopefully their teammates or Wildcard's heavy tanks will push or will try to push.
If Wildcard were to come around the corner with what you know they have up there in C3 or C2, if they were to go head-to-head with the KV5 and the two 110s, who'd probably come out on top of that in that battle as one of the 110s starts moving? Yeah,
I go for Wildcard in this position because down north, you have two tanks far from their teammates, so they can just simply focus fire, dive in, get those 2 or 3 tanks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the 110 of Larax, he had a move, he got a spot, but it expired pretty quickly, which suggests he only saw him for a second. I think it may have been the T32 of iBite, but yeah, he's backed off. They're being very cautious. And the last thing we want to see here is a draw. I would suspect, you know, that the match referees could have something to say about this one because it's a very, very passive encounter.
Yeah. So they might both get warnings, but who knows? It's still like 3 minutes and 57 seconds.
3 minutes 50, 4 minutes left. So we are 3/5 gone in this encounter. And the two 110s just keep back and forth there with the KV5 at their back. And the 5100s of Raymond and Elastic Little Brother, they're just holding court down there in G4. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't find myself inclined to think this is going to get the GG label.
Yep.
This is going to be BG. This is way too quiet.
I think they're just both waiting for someone or for an engagement. But if you will both wait for an engagement, we all know what will happen. It will be a draw.
T69 on the move. Finally, Larax gets eyes on the T69 of Ethereal. No, he's vanished. The T69's been fairly cautious.
Okay,
Whether or not
I think we will see an engagement here.
we have movement.
Yep, IS3
It's
versus
on.
KV5.
The KV5 of Baby is in full retreat. He needs support. And Garrett and Freya, but they walk out straight into the path of the 110s.
Freya is down to 42%, and he will be focus fire. I think his tracks are broken.
It's on.
And
there
Freya
goes
is
Freya.
down. Freya is down. While Baby is just 35%.
There's a lot of flanks here.
Yep. Actually, this is a good test of sharing damage. As you can see, they are covering each other. However, the cap is on now, so the pressure is on the other team.
Yeah, you'd have to think that I think the cap will be on. I
Oops.
suspect the cap may be the go. It's going to take the 5100s to get back there and stop it. And they're finally waking up to that, but they get stopped. No, Ethereal, he should have rammed, I would suspect, and maybe stopped them there.
I don't think the T69 went on time or went in time. So
No.
yeah, it's too late for them. So
Can
they're
they
already
get
down like 24 points.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is the cap, and that sees Wildcard go up 2-1 here
Yeah.
in the third place final. That's good work.
Yeah.
They took so long to get going. There was a minute 30 left in that match. And it was a very passive start to that game. Annoyingly so from a casting perspective.
Yeah.
But wow,
They're able to
2-1.
win the cap.
And it happened very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly. It was quite coordinated. I think once they decided we really need to have a go here, they attacked the KV5, and they came out up to the KV5, didn't realise they were flanked by the 110s. The 110s engaged, didn't realise they were flanked as well by iBite. Got a little messy there, but they had someone to sneak through and take the cap. That's the way to do it, isn't it, with the cap?
That's actually
Opportunistic. What have we got next? What is our next map?
our next map will be Himmelsdorf.
Himmelsdorf.
Let's see. Coalition will start down south,
Yeah.
and Wildcard will start up north. So let's
Okay.
the teams.
Have we only seen Himmelsdorf once today?
Yep, once.
Once, and it was a good game.
Yeah.
It all happened there at
It was the game
on
with
the 3-line?
Waffentrigger, if I'm not mistaken, versus
it was.
the KV5.
It was. So this is the first time we've seen it without the Waffentrager in play. Waiting for Baby to select a tank.
So I'll go very quickly for Wildcard. They have a T32, 2 AMX 5100, T69, and an IS3. So this is pretty much a traditional lineup.
And on the other side of the fence, we see the Coalition. They've picked two 5100s. Interesting. A pair of 110s. Interesting again. And Baby yet to make his selection. IS3 or a 110. That's where my money would be on this one, RP.
I think he will go for an IS3. That's just a guess. So anyway, these two teams are actually fighting for the third place. And the prize will be $500 plus t-shirts and 21,000 gold. So it's still worth it.
Very much so. Very much so. It's 21,000 gold more than fourth place gets.
Yeah.
It's all in how you look at it.
I'm
Still waiting for Baby on that selection.
Yep.
Still waiting. Interesting lineups.
Interesting lineups. I'm a little surprised by Wildcard going with the T69 and the T32 on this map.
So for those who just tuned in, Wildcard now has two wins. Coalition has one. So it's still undecided. Anything can happen.
Anything could happen, and it's not like they're playing for nothing. So the Team 32, where can you get a hold down position on this map? I know there's some piles of rubble and debris on this map, but they are spots that do leave you very open to getting flanked and run up behind.
I'm not really sure why there's a T32, but you can get the hill, go down, or you can get the window up north. There's a lot of windows up north where you can, let's say, camp or be defensive, but again, we are not,
It's pretty what's going on in their heads. They've got an idea, they've got a plan, there's something they think they can pull off. We still wait for Baby. I'm not sure if anyone's able to check if Baby's ready to go. Is something wrong up there? But yet to pick the tank.
Still waiting.
Yep.
But yeah, Coalition are ready. No, not Coalition, sorry. Wildcard are ready to go. It's just Coalition we're waiting for here. And then we'll be moving on to the final between Project Fandom and ISG. That is going to see a lot of interesting stuff. It could be the first time we see Waffenträgers on both sides of a fight.
And again, as of today, Waffenträgers did a good job.
They did.
Yep.
They did.
And if they will be able to do a good job in the finals, I can say that I'll grind.
Yeah.
I'll grind them.
Yeah. The who is it? It's Ethereal.
Ethereal also left.
Ethereal has
so
decided he's changing his tank.
Yeah.
The guys are taking quite a while here. Ethereal is back. He's sticking with the T69. But Baby, we're waiting for Baby. Baby, pick that tank. Pick one or I'll come over and pick one for you.
Anyway, have we seen an object 416 today?
Yeah?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think we're going to see a 416. People talked it up. But then again, knowing ISG, they might decide they're going to use one.
Yeah.
They might use one because playing against guys of the similar caliber, Project Fandom, some of the ISG players in there, you never know, they might pull it out for a bit of a surprise, a bit of fun with their clanmates. Hard to tell. Baby is in, though, in another 110. So the 110 lovin' continues. So everyone is ready?
I am ready.
We have Twen has said, hold on.
Yep.
Twen has asked for a hold on. Dragon is not ready. Dragon, of course, was in a 110. Lorax is changing. Lorax was the third 110.
Well, what I was about to say is that the first time I saw an object 416 was in the Russian server.
Okay.
And they
they're
actually
ready.
Use it in Prokhorovka. So
Okay.
they're ready.
Lorax is still out.
Yeah. There you go.
T69. Interesting.
Let me just make sure that they are ready.
Is everyone ready? The question has gone into the training window. We want to get this one underway. This will be game 4 of the third place playoff.
And everyone is actually waiting for the finals.
Lorax is in. A 110 has been selected. The call has gone up. I'm ready.
I am ready.
It's looking good. Let's roll out.
Yeah.
Himmelsdorf. We are yet to see anyone go up to the castle, up to the church, up to the hill.
I think most
They're
of
left it alone.
I think most of these teams are going down from B2, B3, and the engagements are most of the time in the rails area.
What do we got here on the side of things? Coalition. The 110s really been the flavour of the month. Not the flavour of the day.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of use.
use. I think we've seen more 110s in use than IS3s today.
Yep. And probably it's a Singaporean favorite. I don't know. We can probably ask them later. But it's working for them.
Ooh, this is interesting. Dragon, Elastic, Raymond, and Baby, and Lorax. That's pretty much the entire heavy contingent of the Coalition are going for the hill.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we will see tanks going up the hill.
to us?
Yeah.
You might think so. We just said we haven't seen it. And now they are having a look. The slow drive as they crest. Look at them go. This makes it very interesting. Where, RP, are the guys from Wildcard?
Wildcard is being defensive again. This is what I'm afraid of, because they're actually now defending the B4, B5 line. We might see another passive play from them.
Yeah. This could be interesting. The guys from Coalition, as they begin to crest, they're getting cautious. They're half expecting to run into Wildcard up here.
Yep.
But I would have thought it's unlikely. When you think of all the possibilities of the enemy's tactic, the chance of them going up here is kind of remote.
Yeah.
Of both teams doing it at the same time. So Dragon is taking the lead. He's running to the scout.
Yeah.
So that's going to change everything. I expect to see a lot of movement from Wildcard now.
Swag, the captain of Wildcard, is already asking for help. So they already know that there are tanks uphill.
Dragon is rolling across. Well, I thought he was going to take the run straight down the hill, but he's getting a little cautious.
Yeah.
No, he's changed his mind. He looks like he is going to go. Just as I say that, he stops.
And still the same for Wildcard. They are still waiting. And I'm not sure why, because they're already leading, right? It's 2-1. So why would you wait for... No, I think I'm wrong, because the two AMX 5100s are now moving. So we might see them engaging the tanks of Coalition uphill.
Interesting too on the Coalition side, the two of the 110s have gone back to defend the cap. So we have the two AMX 5100s and the 110 on top of the hill, but none of them are in position to take shots on anyone. So they really need to get down the hill before Wildcard get into A0 and just turn this into a corner fight. They're losing the advantage they got by cresting the hill quickly.
If they go down that hill, if they decide to go down that hill, they'll get destroyed. Because two AMX 5100s are already waiting for them down here in A6 and B5.
It's very quiet here. Too quiet. The T1s on both sides are sniffing around, trying to find encounters. Jinx has been seen by Elastic up on the hill, but we do not see any shots getting traded. And that's what we want. We want action.
Yeah, everyone wants action.
I want action. I want to see guys shooting, and that is just not happening. This is very passive. Dragon, he's got a spot there. He knows he's been seen, so he's waiting for them to come and get him, but they're not coming.
And
we know they're not
Wildcard
coming.
is already pulling back, and I'm not sure why. I think they're not yet decided. It's either they defend... Oh! We can see one of the
There we
tanks
go.
from Coalition taking the middle part of the map, and it's a 1-1-0. So let's see how Wildcard will react to this.
This is an aggressive move by that 1-1-0
Yeah.
at the center.
And I salute them for doing it. It's brave.
It's Baby.
Yeah.
He's very cautious. He's very nervous.
And Wildcard's still being so defensive here.
Wildcard with the 2-1 lead here in the third place playoff.
And we are seeing the T69 and IS3 of Wildcard. You know, they've been there for like how many minutes already? So they haven't moved. So they're really doing a passive play here.
And Dragon from Coalition, he's been in the same spot now for 4 or 5 minutes himself. So both teams, I don't know, they're not really getting after it, are they?
Mm-hmm. So probably no one wants to risk this game.
Baby is on the move, though. If we were to switch, we'll see Baby about to make the corner, and I think this may see it all kick off. And we're going to be happy to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rash. He's taken a shot to get rid of the wrecked car there, but has that revealed his position?
Nope.
No.
Still not spotted.
Got away with it. Got away with that shot. But yeah, this is all very quiet.
I think both teams...
Here's help. Here comes help. Larax.
Yeah.
There we go.
We might see an engagement here.
Contact, and the shots are traded, but no one takes any damage yet. It's Freya. Freya in the IS3.
Yeah. They still
But
have.
what are they doing? They're turning and leaving.
They still have 3 tanks uphill, so we are not sure what their plans are.
You're not expecting guys to try and roll past you on the hill, so
Yeah.
it's not like you need a defensive line there.
Mhm.
I'm a little surprised. Shooting again at the corner between the racks.
So I think both teams are still undecided what to do. Two
Rax
AMX,
is backing up a long way.
yeah. 2 AMX 5100s of Wildcard still in the same position as they were.
Yeah. Look, I don't know about yourself, but I find this a little meh. It's very quiet.
Yeah.
It's very static. Neither team really putting in the aggression that would see them take the prize.
Mhm. This is so passive.
This is just Campfest. This is Campdorf. Someone is rolling on the outside there. It is Swag, and he's having an engagement.
Swag is about to go down. It's down to 6%.
No Thing runs away.
Yep.
And Elder Twin, he's in a complete... Ah, there we
you
go.
go.
We've had some action.
Nothing.
So it's now 2 tier points the
Yep.
difference.
That's a nice shot by Nothing 29.
We could have a shot. We could finally see shots traded. Larax has moved into a position where we know that there's someone just around that corner, and Baby is on the move. But Dragon and the 25100s are still doing nothing.
I think
Nothing.
they are still uphill.
Baby, baby, baby. Justin Bieber would love it.
Yeah.
He'd be wondering what Baby's doing. Contact. There's Freya in the IS-3, still where he was before.
I don't know what their plans are right now.
This is like watching grass grow. Come on. Yes, guys, the guys have just realized a small timing error, so we have 2 minutes. Or are we going to let them roll for 15? I think we'll make an executive decision here and say it is 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're going to adjust their positioning.
Mm-hmm.
So short of any call, yeah, that sounds good to me. They're playing to 5. So yeah, small timing error.
Yep.
But so this puts the pressure on. 1:30. And they're still sitting in these static positions.
I think they're really waiting for it to be a draw.
Definitely seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. No one wants to take the risk.
You can't be risk averse in tanks, though. You need to have that degree of bravery, that degree of devil may care. I don't like using the term, but I'm going to say it, that YOLO. You need to be a little bit YOLO.
You only live once.
You do. Except in tanks, where you just keep coming back and back.
So we're
and
down
back.
to 55 seconds. We have to
55
reset the
seconds.
game. Again, it's our apologies. We have to adjust the time. And they are really waiting for it to be a draw.
Yeah, they're waiting for the draw. You're dead right there. Dead right there. I'm a bit puzzled at the level of action we have not seen in this round.
If you were a wild card, would you risk since you already have 2 against 1?
I'd be hungry.
Yeah.
I'd be keen to get out there and prove I
Yeah.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you-
Personally, I would have had to go.
Yeah, would you want to win saying that you just camped?
No.
Anyway,
10.
yeah.
Waiting to see what we get from the refs. So we will put the word out there that is the match. That
Yeah.
is the match. We will get that out in chat. That's a reset. We'll get everyone to leave the room.
Yep,
That is a
and-
draw.
And we will set it up, so we will be right back. Yeah, my bad, sorry.
Never mind.
It's already a long day, sorry.
How did that go?
Anyway.
Here we go, the replay of Game 4 here of the third place playoff at the World of Tanks Singapore National Series Finals. Both teams have received a warning for the excessively passive play in that last game. That was not pretty viewing. We apologise for that, but they're keen to make amends. So, I'm ready, you're ready. Let's roll out.
Himmelsdorf again. Pretty much the same lineups. Well, exactly the same lineups, who am I kidding?
Yeah. And hopefully this will not be the same gameplay.
If this is the same gameplay, I think we're walking away with third prize.
Yeah. I'll probably get the 500 USD.
What, I just get a t-shirt? Is that what you get a t-shirt? 500
USD.
10 seconds. Coalition coming from the south. Wildcard coming from the north. And all this action coming from me, One Turka, and my partner in crime here, RP. Roll out, guys. Here we go.
Wildcard needs to be more aggressive here. They're already leading 2-1. And I don't know why are they not actually pushing or putting pressure. But if they will just pressure Coalition, I think they will win the set.
Well, Coalition are going a different strat straight away. Mm-hmm. They're heading for that tried and true, trusted 3-line. The 3-1-10s are rolling into there. They got the 5100s sitting down the back at K1, hoping someone will wander into their big long snipe line they have there, straight up the one line along the back of the train tracks. But as of yet, no, there we go, I speak too soon. There's contact. That's Freya. Freya in the IS-3. The 3-1-10s will be keen. They will try and drive him across the train tracks towards the 5100s, which are pushing hard up that outside line. What's going on your side of the fence, RP?
Actually, on my side, on the 2 line, or A2, B4 and B5, we only have 4 tanks. T69 is up there, C0. So if they will push this, if Team Coalition will push this, they might take this engagement.
Yeah, it's looking interesting. Freya is over there in the IS-3, sitting behind the abandoned train shed there, the train station, and shots are being traded. This is good. This is action. This is what we want to see. The 5100s, if they push up their outside up the 1, they can take Freya's back.
And if you will look at my camera, Freya is down without even spotting the 110s.
Yeah.
So this is really
good.
Whew.
This is very interesting. They're going to push hard. They shouldn't go too quick. They need the support of the 5100s. They need that firepower.
We are seeing a push here. We are seeing a push.
A big push, corner fight.
And both AMX 5100s are down to 70+%. I buy the T32 down to 63%. Well, Coalition is looking good at this engagement.
They are really coming to fight. Larax is on 41% in his 110, 82% for Dragon.
iBite's going to go down. And there you go.
They're going to steamroll here.
Yep. And like what I told you, the T69 is too far.
Was he racked there, baby? He went boom, and Engared gets passed by Dragon, who's tracked. They are just going absolutely berserk.
Forbidden is pulling back because he's reloading, so I think...
He's in 7%. He's gone. Dragon is in. Down there is the T69 at half health. We're going to get a cap.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we'll see the cap, actually. Raymond has decided, I'm going to finish this fight as he pushes hard against the T69.
There you go.
He's gone.
And that's what you call a game.
Just Jinx in the tractor.
Yeah, that's a game.
Jinx in the LOL tractor. That was hard. That was fast. That was aggressive. And that will see us at 2-all.
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 So, yeah, this is getting more exciting than the,
That was great.
Yeah, than the first set in Himmelsdorf. So, for this
hunting they go. They know where he is. Raymond has got the job. Raymond.
Who's
the
your
cap
MVP?
is on. There's the cap.
Who's your MVP?
MVP in that game. Wow, that's a big call. If we would look at the damage counts, Larax in the T110, 2,000 damage. That is not an insignificant contribution. 7 shots fired, 7 direct hits, 7 pens. Larax is my MVP.
Can I say that I have a different definition of MVP?
You do?
Most valuable platoon.
Most valuable platoon.
And that goes for the 3110s.
Definitely.
Yep. Kudos to them.
Freya, what got
Freya. Who made the kill on Freya? Because that was such an important kill.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a tie. 1-2 and
2-all.
next set will determine who's going to get third place. And our next or last map will be Prokhorovka.
Prokhorovka. This can be very interesting.
Yeah.
The scouts are going to determine how quickly they discover each other's relative strategies. If the scouts aren't aggressive, or if the scouts are too aggressive and get killed very early in the game, this game could, well, I don't think we're going to see it can, but it could be quiet. Where we've seen there how much fun it is to spectate on a game where the two teams come out and just butt heads. We like to see it like that. We can only hope this game's going to be the same. Fast game is a good game, as they say.
It's an exciting match.
The teams are still setting up. We just have Engarid in the coalition to take his position. No, sorry, not Zegas on the coalition. That is Wildcard. Now we have Dragon, Baby, and Lorax still making their selections for the coalition. Who's your money on?
I'll go for Wildcard.
You're going to go for Wildcard?
Yes.
You leave me no choice.
Yeah.
Coalition all the way. Wildcard are locked in. What are they bringing?
So for Wildcard, they have two AMX 5100s, a T32, a T69, and an IS3. So we are still waiting for the coalition, but let me just talk about the lineup very quick. I think there's a possibility that they will still be passive.
Yeah?
Because it's an open map and you have 4 heavy tanks. So what do you expect?
But are you going to risk it here? If you're passive and it goes to the draw and the referees look unfavorably upon you, this costs you the game right here.
Yeah.
A warning will take the entire thing away from you. We'll take that $500 US, those T-shirts, and the 21,000 gold away. So, yeah, I'd be aggressive. I'd throw caution to the wind, go down swinging.
Well, I think it's not being aggressive. It's putting the pressure at the other team. Anyway, while we are still waiting for Coalition's lineup, we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
Game 5. Game 5 of the third place playoff here at the World of Tanks Singapore National Series Finals. This is it. This is third place. This next game will decide who walks away with $500 US, the T-shirts, and 21,000 in-game gold.
Yep. And our next map will be Prokhorovka. And I think this is going to be an exciting battle because
Both of them, who wants to lose?
No team wants to lose.
Who wants to lose? So we are expecting an exciting battle here.
Both teams have had their warning for being a little passive in one of the games there in Himmelsdorf, so we expect them both to bring the pain. We expect them to be out there, aggressive, and looking for a fight.
Yep. So
We're just waiting for a couple of players to finish their selections. 4 players we're waiting on. It always seems to be the same guys too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The same guys who are a little indecisive. Though, of course, we know it is the team captain and the caller. Those guys responsible for the tank selections.
Well, for Wildcard, we are seeing 4 heavy tanks already. So we're just waiting for the last tank, and probably it's a heavy tank as well.
Do you really expect Freya to roll out in an IS-3 on Prokhorovka?
Well, I'm not sure what their plans are. They can probably go east, but who knows? They might have plans. But again, I'm not really 100% into this lineup.
No, I question the IS-3. I think the IS-3 on this map, the IS-3, let's not beat around the bush. It's for the urban maps.
Yeah.
It's for the big buildings that aren't that you can't just drive through.
Mm-hmm.
And urban maps and mixed maps. And this most certainly is neither of those.
Yeah. And most of the plays or most of the areas in this map are slopes. So what's the point of using an IS-3? But again, I respect these guys, and who knows, they might pull this up.
Yeah, we're just waiting. We've still got 4 guys waiting to pick their tanks. What we do see so far on the Coalition side, they're the guys who are still picking 3 tanks. All we know from them so far are the staples, the autoloaders, the 5100 and the 1390, the 2 AMX French tanks. Apart from that, it's all still up in the air. So they're going to be heavies.
Yeah.
I'm not... Though I could speak too soon there. We could see Pershings on this map. Pershing's got a spot to play.
Yeah.
We could even see a Wheezy. We could see a Wheezy who wants to sit up on the hill and snipe. We could see another 1390. All of those completely valid picks on this map.
T69 as well.
T69. There goes one of the selections. It's a Wheezy.
Yep, baby
and
goes
as
for a
soon as
Wheezy.
that's selected, the 5100 withdraws. Wish the guys would pick their tanks.
Anyway, for those who just tuned in, what will be the peripherals that we have? I know they came from Thermaltake eSports, so
In the
what do you have
first,
there?
this is for the first place for
Yep.
the final, where everything is on the line, as well as the 1500 US. They're playing for TT eSports by Thermaltake. Complete peripherals pack. Each player will walk away with a Poseidon gaming keyboard, the Theron gaming mouse, and the Kronos headset. That's some premium gear. I would not mind a set of them myself. And if these guys don't get their tanks selected and we don't get rolling, who knows, maybe we'll just have to take them all home.
Where are you gonna take home?
Sounds good to me.
Where are you gonna take home? Keyboard, mouse, or headset?
What, I have to pick one? Can't I
Yeah.
have them all?
Let's say 2.
2 of the 3. I think I'd like the keyboard and the mouse.
Keyboard and the mouse.
As attached as I am to my current mouse of a brand I will not name, I'd take the keyboard and the mouse. What would you like?
Well, it leaves me no choice.
Yeah, I know.
Headset.
You didn't have a choice. I
Yeah.
was giving you the illusion of choice. As Larax has moved, and we find out that Ethereal is on a bathroom break. That's what's holding things up here, ladies and gentlemen. So when you watch this and you wonder why we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs and looking for things to talk about, we've got players on bathroom break. I hope they are running back. Larax is out as well. We're waiting to see Larax pick... Oh, a second Wheezy. Interesting. So that's not an unusual lineup, though, for this map. 2 T32s. We know they'll sit on that center line somewhere across the middle of the map, making the spots. But as for the Wheezies, I expect to see them head up the hill. Would you be surprised, or would you concur with that diagnosis, Doctor?
I'd rather go for 3 AMX 1390s.
Yeah?
You can actually rape a Wheezy with an AMX 1390. I'm sorry for the word, but you can actually kill it with an AMX 1390.
But do you think the AMX 1390, who's more accurate shooting off the hill?
The problem with the AMX 1390 is the number one, the aim time.
Aim time.
Yep.
He's slow.
Yeah. And you really have to aim and have good crew.
Yeah, well, the AMX 1390, like you say, does have a slow load, a slow aim. Of course, he's got a slow load, being the auto loader. Once he empties that magazine, the final tanks have come in. Ethereal in the T32, Larax in the extra Wheezy. We are ready. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's roll out. Prokhorovka. I love this map.
As well.
But that's because you know I love my Panzer 1C.
Yeah.
And this is the map for the Panzer 1C. But that's another story for another time. 20 seconds to go. The Coalition are rolling in. A pair of T32s, a pair of Wheezy 132s, and an AMX 1390. What's going on your side of the fence?
For Wildcard, they have 2 AMX 5100s, an IS-3, 2 32s, a LOL Tractor, and a T1 Cunningham.
Okay. This is for all the marbles. As far as third place goes,
This is so heavy. This lineup is so heavy. So we'll probably expect them to be together or have the T32s guard the probably F6 line or F6 line. So let's see.
yeah, I expect to see the T32s head out to EF6.
Yeah.
Sit around that line, that crest that runs along the middle of the map. But as we say that, they are proving us completely wrong. The T32s from the Coalition are all heading down the train line. They've all crossed the train line. The entire team has crossed the train line. But I think they will crest. They will crest again.
And I think it's gonna be a good engagement because looking at Wildcard, they have their 2 T32s currently at F5 and F6. they can actually easily go inside the the town to support their AMX 5100s. And I think two of their AMX AMX 5100s.
Brave move by one of the Wheezies,
Yeah.
though. Sorry to cut you off.
Yep.
Baby has jumped the train line and revealed Ethereal and iBite. So he has revealed the T32, both the T32s. And he's got away with 39%.
That's the problem. He's down to 39%.
But that could have gone worse.
Yep.
He could have gone away with nothing, but he did reveal their positions. But look, the rest of the team have all withdrawn to the cap. What are they doing?
And I don't think what the Wheezy did was something useful, because he just took damage while the Wildcard tanks didn't even took a single hit.
Would you say, from your experience and mine as well, would you say you expected the T32s to be there? Like, it was probably pointless to spot them. You know they're there.
The Wildcard T32s?
Yeah, the Wildcard T32s. Do you ever expect to see a T32 anywhere but there?
Yep. This is actually a good position for them. I think what they're doing is they're trying to share damage. So if ever those light tanks from Coalition jumps in and try to harass them, they can actually share damage.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
as we can see, switching to the Coalition
Larax
side,
bounces
yep.
up, and all those guys are guarding the lights, are guarding the train line.
And look at them. It's
This
a
is
good
interesting.
scenery.
It's like a bit of dancing. We see some members of the audience, the live audience here. There are a few chuckles going up as they see those tanks all perched up on the train line. Interesting, and not necessarily productive.
It's a good. We can say it looks good, but is it useful?
Yeah, it's just formation flying. Of course, the T32s, no surprises. They're sitting down there at D5, E5, E6, where the T32s are always going to be found.
And looking at the AMX 5100 of Wildcard, they're still uphill, and they have their guns pointed at F5 and F6 to support the T32s, and they have one IS-3 back there to support the T32s as well. But I think his position is too far, so let's see.
Yeah, they're not going to get shots from there.
Yeah.
Not going to get shots from there. They need to perhaps be further forward on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, look, I hate to say it, but it's what we feared. Both teams have gone very passive. And with 3 minutes 80 gone, neither team, well, except for that Wheezy that jumped in the center, Baby in the Wheezy, and had a bit of a look, nothing is really unfolding here. The T1 of... who was that in there? That was Swag, Golden Scarf.
Taken down by
Swag
Baby.
had a look and basically got smashed.
What do you think? Probably the engagement will be at F6, F5.
Yeah, I think it'll happen in the town.
Yeah.
That's where it's all going to go down if it goes down.
But again, remember, for Wildcard, they have two AMX 5100s up the hill. So I don't know if that's a good decision for them, because once the light tanks dives at F5, F6, I think their T32s will be in trouble.
Yeah. The Dragon Trent has moved up. The Wheezy is sitting back. It's a fairly passive scout position for a tank
I think
such as that.
Yeah, I think Freyr heard me. So he's now close to the T32s, which is actually better than him sitting back at H7.
Yeah, they've moved further forward. I can see that over there on your screen. They are moving forward
And
there we go.
There we go.
We finally have some action.
Two T32s versus two T32s and an IS-3.
But of course, we know it isn't just T32s. We know that the rest of the guys are up on the hill waiting to have their say.
But I think this two AMX 5100s doesn't have a clear shot at those T32s unless they go up a bit.
Unless they sit up on the flat there
Yeah.
of the ridge.
So
Oh,
now
gee.
let's switch to Freyr. He's trying to be the spotter here for the T32s. And
Oh, we just got a spot of Ngarid. Who has seen him? Someone spotted Ngarid in the 5100. And look at the IS-3 moving up. That's some aggressive play. This is what we want to see.
And
With
I think
over 5 minutes
Elder
gone.
Twin is in danger. He is down to 82%. However, Wildcard has not yet spotted the light tanks, and there you go, one AMX 3090 already spotted and taking hits to Freyr.
We're starting to see shots thrown around, and
Yep.
it's all getting a little reckless. About the only tanks that are holding a solid position are
Yeah.
those 5100s on the hill.
Let me switch to the T32s because we're having a 2-on-2 battle here.
Oh, there we go. Ethereal goes down to 86. iBite is at 84.
And right
Some of
now
those
there's a
shots
lot
coming from the
going
back.
on. There's a lot going on. So currently, if you're going to look at Wildcard, they have two T32s closed in, and iBite and Ethereal doing a good job of holding those T32s. How about in your side?
Well, the Rax, he was sitting at the back in the Wheezy, and he saw Freya in the I3 threatening to crest. And so now Freya, I think, is going to have a go. He's going to have a go at Elastic Little Brother in the AMX 1390 at the back. But no, he's thought better of cresting.
But I think Coalition is about to jump in, and they are trying to get those T32s. They're putting the pressure.
Yeah, here come the Wheezies and the T32. They are all going hard after Ethereal. They are hitting him heavily. He's on 400 points, 100 points.
But Raymond goes down first. Ethereal
Gone.
goes down
Both
as well.
T32s leave.
These two Wheezies are doing a good job of pressuring those T32s. However, they are in danger as well because this AMX 5100 Forbidden is about to help iBite.
That's how you have to use a Wheezy. It's fast. They were fast and aggressive. I'm surprised how fast. I've never driven one myself, and I must say I am impressed.
What the Coalition is doing good is they're having those Wheezies work together. So now iBite is down to 46%, while Lyrax is still 67%.
67, iBite at 34,
iBite is
17.
getting sniped from the right. He's about to go down. Let's see who goes down first. 2%.
2%, and he is
goes
gone.
down.
Now, I'd probably, if I was the Wheezies, I'd disengage here, disengage and take stock of things. But driving right there, use your
Forbidden
agility.
is actually reloading.
Use your agility. No, he goes.
He goes down as well, so this will be a 2-on-2 situation. Two heavy tanks versus two light tanks. Who's going to win this? But the cap
Here
is
comes
on.
Elastic. Elastic is having a go at the IS-3 from the back. Make the shot.
And Garrett is
There we
actually
go,
going
tracked
back
him.
to reset. Can he do it? Oh, his
Oh,
drag
no,
was damaged.
bounce.
85%, 86, 87. Will he be able to reset this? And there you go, Dragon is already spotted. 93%, he missed.
94,
95.
6, 7, 8,
9. And there
Oh,
you go.
Coalition.
Coalition.
Coalition have done it. They have capped.
capped.
What
Whoa.
a game.
What a game.
Both teams were on 5.
What
But
a game.
victory to the Coalition.
That was my team. Let's just everyone know. RP was with Wildcard, Coalition were mine, Coalition win. That was fantastic.
How many shots did that AMX 5100 miss?
Wow. Yeah.